Hey, it's Coach Jess, your online fitness coach. I'm excited to work out with you today. Now, before we get started, let me express a little bit about myself so you can get to know me more and understand why you're here today. So, again, my name is Jess, also known as Jessica. I'm a personal trainer. I've been training for 4 years. I have a business here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama called Fiercely Fit, and also an online business called FitSlay, and that's why you're here today as well. I've trained and worked with many people, from gymnasts to collegiate track athletes and also IFBB pros. And I'm excited to work with you along your journey. Now, I'm a graduate from the University of Alabama. I have a degree in exercise and sports science. I found my love of helping people, not just mentally and physically, but also seeing them a 360 transformation, spiritually, physically, mentally, transform their body and transform their mind. Now, I'm also an IFBB pro myself. I have been training and working as an IFBB pro and competing as an IFBB pro for 4 years. And I'm super excited to continue to use what I do in bodybuilding, also weight training, to help you get to where you need to be along your goals. Now, let's get ready to work out. Today is all about working the lower body. Are you ready? Let's get started. So we're going to start with our warm-up with our Frankensteins. This exercise is to loosen up our hips. We're going to take a nice big step forward, a high kick, reaching our opposite arm to our opposite leg. We're aiming for 15 seconds of each stretch today. Before we get started, we want to make sure we stretch our body out to avoid any injuries. Make sure you're breathing throughout the workout today as well for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, our next warm-up we have is body weight squats. You're going to spread your feet hip distance. You're going to sit your hips back like you're sitting into a chair, chest tall, tummy tight. We're looking for 15 seconds. This is a fundamental exercise that we'll be using throughout our workouts, throughout our programs. So I really want you to master this movement for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go from our squats to our reverse lunges. Your hands are on your hips for this one. You're going to take a nice big step back, warming up the butt. You're going to feel your hips, feel your quads, and feel your hamstrings. With a lunge, if you struggle with this one, feel free to hold on to a wall or just a stable surface. That way you can gain your balance. Make sure your hips are tucked under and your core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Our next exercise we have for our warm-up is our calf raises. We want to warm up these muscles. These are the baby muscles of the leg. Get them nice and warm before we start our workout. We have a few more seconds before we start, so make sure you have everything prepared. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and rest. All right, so now our ankles, our hips, our quads, and our thighs are warmed up. Let's get ready to go into this workout today. So our first exercise we have is our bench squats. You can have a chair behind you at home, or you can do these squats without a chair. We're going to reach our hips back. For 40 seconds, we're performing our squats. Feel free to add weight for this workout. If you find yourself struggling with squats, if you notice that you lean really far forward and you're feeling your back, I want you to use your chair throughout your squats until you progress over the month with me. Then you can take your chair away. It's like taking away the training wheels. Final 15 seconds. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze those butt muscles as you come up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 10-second transition, get a sip of water, and let's prepare for our next exercise. We have Bulgarian split squats. We're going to be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to get a bench, a stable surface. Place your back leg on that bench. Come down into like a squat position on one leg and press back up. Now these are a challenge, but they give you good results for building the butt, so they're one of my favorite. Keep your chest high. You want to slightly lean forward and press through your front heel as you come down, as you come up. You don't have to have a high surface. As you see, I have a higher bench. Feel free to have a little bit of aerobic bench or step to do this exercise, right? We're looking for 15 seconds before we switch legs. Get that thigh parallel to the floor, right through here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching legs. And here we go. This one takes a lot of focus and concentration for your balance. If you're struggling with these, feel free to do a basic lunge. "20 seconds. You should feel those legs getting tight, feeling the muscles getting warm. Final 10. Sit into those glutes, sit into those hips. The lower you go, I always say the more you grow, the more you're able to activate those butt muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Very good. 10-second recovery break. Grab a sip of water, but don't go anywhere. Let's get ready for our next exercise. So our next movement we have in 5 seconds is our step ups. If you're at home and you have an aerobic bench about 6 inches off the floor, you're going to take a step up and back down, okay? If you don't have a bench, that's okay, or a step, you're going to step forward, bring that knee up, step back, forward, knee up, step back. We're going to aim for 40 seconds. Engage your core. So as I'm bringing my knee to my chest, I'm really focusing on being nice and tall, warming up my hips, my hip flexors through here. So you really should feel your thighs. All right, we have 15 seconds. Get that knee as high as you can before we switch legs. Toe pointed towards your face. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching legs, and go. Little bit of balance game with this movement. So about a 1-2 second hold as you bring that knee up, working the opposite leg. All the way up. Don't get lazy with those legs. Bring them all the way up to chest. All right? You want to bring your hands out to challenge yourself. Do so. We're looking for 20 seconds to maximize these high knees and these step ups. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. 10-second break. Let's get ready to go into our next exercise. We have our bench hip thrust. This is a really good exercise as well. You can do this on a bench or you can do this on the floor. So let's come to the floor. You're laying straight back, resting your head. Your hands can be behind your head for support. Put those feet hip distance and raise those hips to the air. Your goal is to squeeze that butt as you come up. Stay on those heels the entire way. As I'm doing my movement, my goal is to form a straight line. So look at my knee to my hip. See how I'm trying to form that straight line there? So try not to do halfway pulses. Come all the way up. You're engaging these muscles back through here and right through here. 20 seconds. Pressing your weight to your shoulder blades. Squeezing the butt as you come up. 15 seconds. Commit to each repetition. Press. Good job. All right, we have 10 seconds left. 1, 2, hold as you come up. Give me 2 seconds of hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. 10-second recovery. Good job. All right, let's get ready to go into our next exercise. Next, we have our step up to reverse lunge. For this one, you are welcome to use a bench as well. For those that are at home, we're going to be using the floor, okay? So what you're going to do is do a reverse lunge, stepping back. You're going to come up, knees up, hands up, okay? We have 40 seconds. You're welcome to keep your hands on your hips if you struggle with your balance. And remember, if you're at home, you can have that studio or that aerobic step in front of you. Have that foot on that step, and you're going to lunge down. You're going to feel it more if you elevate that front leg. If you don't, no worries. You're still going to feel the heat with your feet being flat on the floor. All right? We have 15 seconds. Monitor my posture. If you're new right now with working out, you might be struggling today, but it's okay. As you continue with me over the month, you're going to get better. But with these lunges, you want to always keep your hips tucked under and step back on your back toe like a ballerina. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Here we go. Right into it. I know you're like, Jess, I was going to get a break there. We have a 10-second break coming up in 30 seconds. You got this. Push it through. When you're lunging, you do not want to hit that knee to the floor. So you do not want to do this, coming all the way down, slamming that knee. You want that knee to be about 1 inch to 3 inches above the ground. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, as you see, the intensity is picking up. You should feel the burn. You might have to rub your thighs a little bit because the burn is coming in. That means we are working hard. 10-second recovery. Let's get ready to go into our next exercise. We have our bench squats, all right? So for this one, we're going to be near our bench. You don't have to sit on the bench, okay? As we squat down, we're going to hold this for 2 seconds. If you have a bench or a chair, feel free to squat, sit and hold, and press back up. You ready? Here we go. Squat it down. 1, 2, up. Tighten the glutes, tighten the butt. Sit it. Hold it. Squeeze. Sit, hold, squeeze. Good job. One more. Let's keep that going. All right, we're going to keep this going for 30 more seconds. Maximizing our time. Squeeze. Good job. So what is the squeezing about, Jess? Notice what you're saying. Like, what is she telling me to squeeze? I want you to squeeze your butt, okay? That's going to help you activate those muscles. And it also helps you go through your full movement. So as I come down, I come up, think about bringing my hips under and back. Avoid halving your squats like this. Come all the way up. 10 seconds. Hold it. Press. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it. Press. Good job. 10-second break. Get you some water. All right, we're going into our next exercise, which is our bench calf raises. For this one, again, you can have the floor or you can have a step. Put your feet to the edge of the step. You're going to come up on your toes. If not at home, you're going to just do basic calf raises. Here we go. 40 seconds. So as you're doing a calf raise, it might seem super basic, but it's a fundamental part for your workouts and also just general life as you're walking, you're going up steps every day. You want to make sure these muscles are nice and strong to avoid any imbalances. We're looking for 15 seconds. Pressing through that big toe. 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, and 1. All right, another 10-second break, and let's go into our next exercise.